All right, so the NFC, I honestly didn't expect the Eagles to take that big of a setback with Carson Wentz coming back.
Yeah.
I didn't think Dallas was gonna play the way they played, but I didn't think they were gonna get Amari Cooper either. So, that made a difference, I guess.
It did, man. Trust me.
No, I mean it did, but I didn't think it was gonna make that much.
True.
Because I saw what he was in Oakland, and I'm like, it's probably gonna be the same thing, and he definitely wasn't. Minnesota obviously taking a big step back, and to me that was all Pat Shurmur. Like when he left to go to the Giants, like he was the offense, and he obviously didn't get to show it because he had Eli, and the DiFilippo didn't do anything at all with this offense. I think that they have playmakers in my opinion, but he couldn't do anything with them, and everybody wants to point the blame at Kirk Cousins. I'm not on that bandwagon, to be honest. Like, I didn't think it was all him. It was, receivers. I mean, if you have to wait for Thielen to get open like all the time, of course you're gonna get hit. You're gonna make stupid throws at times because you gotta wait for routes to develop and all that. And it's like you need some dudes to just get open now. And
yeah.
Obviously, Dalvin Cook being hurt affected the offense in the beginning, and I mean Atlanta.
I don't want to talk about the Falcons right now, man. I said it since the beginning. If injuries were to plague our team, we are not going anywhere. And if our team was healthy throughout the year, we would definitely probably be a top 2 seed right now. And you can see, man, Keanu Neal tore his ACL week 1.
Week 1, man.
Ricardo Allen tore his Achilles week 2. Deion Jones broke his foot for half the year. It's just an injury-plagued team this year, and I'm like a little disappointed. But I said it. If we're gonna get hurt all year, we're not gonna go anywhere.
But let's not put it all on injuries. Let's put we gotta put some of the blame on Stefanski. We gotta put some blame on, I don't even know who the DC is.
It was Manuel. Yeah.
I mean, those two just like honestly wet the bed. They didn't do anything at all this year. Like they got exposed.
Yeah, and Vic Beasley, man, he's probably one guy that really disappointed me.
Wow, yeah, him too. I mean, he had a hell of a year that year they went to the Super Bowl.
And he's just offensive lineman, man. They already adjusted to his speed, and he needs to figure out ways to get to the quarterback, but he's just not finding him. Man, the only bright spot I would say this year from our defense is DeMonte Casey.
Yep.
He came out of nowhere. Like he
as soon as Neal got hurt, and I saw him making plays that Eagles game, I was like, hey, I mean, I know they're gonna be a little bad in the secondary, but not as bad as people are making it seem. Like he's good. He
showed out, but
he tied the league lead in interceptions this year. Like,
yeah,
he's good.
He really impressed me, man. That's the one bright spot of our team this year in defense, and our secondary just really disappointed, man. Trufant started to fall off, and Robert Alford is, I don't know what he's been, but
to me, I didn't really watch Falcons games this year, but like, was Isaiah Oliver that good of a second round pick?
He was not a second round pick, man. He's a great player, but he's inconsistent at times, man. Like there'll be one game where he's like really bad and gets exposed, but there'll be another game where like he shows out and he's probably our best corner sometimes. But for the most part, man, he's decent to have in our team. But I didn't think he was second round pick worthy, which is kind of disappointing because I really like the kid and I feel like he has a great future with us. But he's just not the corner I thought he would be. Maybe he could be. He still has like a lot of years left ahead of him, but we'll see with that. The offense just did their part, man. They made plays. Matt Ryan had one of his greatest years this year in his career. He's rarely under the radar this year too. No one really talks about Matt Ryan. He had a great year this year. The receivers had a great year. Julio Jones started off so badly this year, but
it's not even Julio though. Like that's all scheme wise. Like no, exactly. You gotta get him the ball.
Yeah, and Sarkisian ended up finding it at the last minute, but it's too late, man. He's gone. So we'll see. Next year. I'm interested to see what we're gonna do with our offense because our defense is now gonna be running fully under Dan Quinn, and I have faith in him and I believe in him. That's why we hired him for our defense. And
is Coleman gone?
Yeah, he'll definitely be gone next year. He wants to have like some money in his pocket, and the Falcons are trying to find moves to keep Grady Jarrett, our best defensive tackle, and we just don't have that money for him right now. So he's gonna move on. We've already actually auditioned for the running backs positions with Ito Smith.
Yeah, Ito Smith was pretty good too.
I think he was our third round pick or fourth round pick 2 years ago or last year. Brian Hill. He came from Wyoming. He's been getting the ball a lot too the last 2 games of the season. So I know they're already auditioning for the backup role, and It's alright, man. We're already ready to come and go, so it's okay. As long as we still have Ridley and Julio, I feel like our offense should still be fine with Matt Ryan and Devontae Freeman coming back. So we'll see.
The Rams and Saints, I didn't think they were gonna be that dominant in the whole year. Like, my problem with the Rams and the Saints were they had this stretch of games where it's like I didn't see them winning I didn't see the Rams winning the Packers game. They barely won that. I didn't see the Saints beating the Vikings. They won that. Like, there was just a bunch of games where it's like, they'll lose a couple. They'll be. Mm-hmm. I thought the Falcons were gonna be what they were, and that happened. So like, to me, I didn't think the Rams were gonna be that hot that quick. Like, they got Cooks, and that made a huge difference because now they're throwing him the deep balls instead of Robert Woods, and Cooper Kupp getting hurt is gonna set them back, and it has. You can tell to a certain extent. Like,
you can really tell.
Reynolds isn't that. He's good, but we can't say he's gonna do what Cooper Kupp's been doing in the first couple of weeks. So, and I didn't think the Saints were gonna do all that. And the Packers, I mean, they had Aaron Rodgers. I thought they were gonna do something, but the truth finally came out. Like, Mike McCarthy isn't that coach. He isn't that dude. Like, you could over the past couple of years, you can tell. Like, man, like, why isn't this team doing anything? Like, because he was calling the plays. Like, you can't, like, last year they fired their OC. But you're calling the plays. What is he doing that you fired him for? Like, come on, like. I mean, yeah, I just thought the Packers could go just solely off Aaron Rodgers. They improved their secondary in the draft, so I'm like, I think they'll be good this year. And wow, they got exposed big time. Like,
yeah, I don't think they're anywhere close to the playoffs not anytime soon unless they make drastic changes this offseason.
They need a new offensive coach to me to get a good scheme around Rodgers.
It really did. It was sad, honestly. Looking at a few Packer games this season, like, all I see is Rodgers in the pocket, running around. He's like pointing at Adams to move this way after a route, pointing at Kopp to go this way, and he chose makes the play.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Graham was so underwhelming this year. Like,
yeah, he was.
Everybody, even me, I thought he was gonna be a big contributor to that offense, and not at all. Aaron Jones, they should have played him more, obviously, than they did. And that was too little too late. And that defense was... Man, they need to change that defensive line. Clay Matthews should not be starting. Nick Perry should not be starting. Like, those two are made of glass. They can't stay healthy. And we'll see what happens. I mean, like you said, they got to make a lot of drastic changes roster-wise, coaching-wise. I mean, just... We'll see, man. But... Yeah, but NFC... First game of the week, what is that? Seattle-Dallas?
Yeah, Saturday night.
Seattle-Dallas. So, I mean, I don't know. I was, like, back and forth with this game just because, they're both good teams. Like, they solely rely on the run, but every now and then they'll hit you with a shot play on the passing game you're not ready for. Amari Cooper going down the field, Lockett going down the field, or whatever the case may be. Like, so, but to me, I think the Cowboys have a better defense. I think the pass rush will be getting to Russell Wilson a lot more than he would like. And I'm going to go with the Cowboys to win that game. I just think they're going to keep the ball way more than the Seahawks are going to keep the ball way more from, Dallas. And, Zeke's going to be Zeke. And I think Cooper will get a couple plays in. Blake Jarwin, the tight end, he's been stepping up in the offense. I know since they didn't have Zeke, he kind of had to step up. They relied on the passing game more. But I think he's going to come out a little more in the offense, and I just don't see the Seahawks doing much this weekend in Dallas. And Philly and Chicago, like I said in my Chicago video, Philly was the only team I thought could end this Bears run. Carson Wentz got hurt, they all came in together and they all played for each other, and that defense was amazing. The offense did what they had to do, and I don't know, I just think the way Foles is playing right now, he's red hot. The offense is red hot for whatever reason. I don't know. Carson Wentz is a better quarterback to me, and they're playing better with Foles. But
it's funny.
Right, like, it's so stupid. But I think Chicago could win that game just because of that defense. That defense is nasty. Like, Khalil Mack, Floyd, Roquan, Eddie Goldman, Akeem Hicks, like, all of them, like, solely them could win the game. I think the offense, they can do what they have to do to win that game, so I'm going to pick the Bears for that.
Good choice.
Bears, Rams. To me, I think the Bears could win. Like, the Rams, to me, I I don't know, unless Aaron Donald goes off, which he didn't the first game, and I get it was in Chicago, but he has to go off for them to even have a chance, because, like, Goff is going to be under pressure all game. Those corners get in their faces, and the thing to me, the most vulnerable part of the Bears right now is the safety position with Eddie Jackson being hurt. So they could take advantage of that, but aside from that, like, I think the Bears could, on the offensive side, do what they have to do, and the defense will take care of business. They'll deliver the goods, and it'll be Bears and Saints. Like, and I don't know about you, but the more I thought about that game, the more I thought about, like, the Saints and the Cowboys game that week when they lost. It was 13-10. As I said, though, it was on the road,
Yeah.
and the Saints are a different animal at home.
They are.
And I don't know, man. To me, but the one game that kind of turned me off on the Saints was that Steelers game. How much points they let up, how that defense looked exposed, and how I think Matt Nagy could take advantage of that defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Drew Brees is gonna pick on Mukamura a lot, and I honestly think the Saints are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man, that's my initial fear from a Falcons fan, man. Like, your own rival going to your own stadium when you're hosting the Super Bowl.
Right.
They're already there playing for the chip, and it's a scary thought, but I agree, man. I really do. Fortunately, I had Saints Patriots Super Bowl this year, and coming into these playoffs, but I do disagree with you with that Bears Rams game, man.
No, I mean, honestly, like, it's gonna be the most talked about game, and to me, it's like Jared Goff's got to step up. I know he stepped up against the 49ers and the Cardinals. Like, I mean, come on. Like, you could say the same thing about the Bears. Like, oh, Mitchell Trubisky had good games against the Vikings and blah, blah, blah. But, like, that defense is too nasty to me. Like,
no, it really is. Like,
it's gonna be the same. I don't think it's gonna be the whooping that they got in Chicago, 15-6. But it's gonna be a low scoring game, and I think whoever has the ball last is like that's it right there, and we'll see. But I don't know. What do you disagree on about? Like,
the part I disagree with you is, like, the Rams are at home this game, and
yeah.
I feel like Gurley has obviously been trying to get himself healthy and all, and I feel like he will be ready to go, because that first round bye they got this week is
Mm-hmm.
gonna be it really is gonna benefit the Rams, and obviously defense does win championships, and I feel like the Bears do have the best defense out of all the teams in the playoffs this year. But I feel like the Saints aren't that far behind, which is why I got the Saints going to Super Bowl.
Defensively?
Yeah, I feel like the Saints are really underrated on defense right now. And
Eli Apple,
because you did mention that the Steelers did score that many points on the Saints in New Orleans, but the Steelers are a great offense. I feel like they're top 10, maybe top 5 on offense.
Yeah, they got weapons to do that. But I'm saying,
I don't blame the Saints for giving up that many points
Mm-hmm.
to the Steelers, regardless if they were in Pittsburgh or New Orleans. The Bears, though, their defense is great, but I just feel like their offense is just stagnant. Like,
yeah, it is. No, it's too cute sometimes.
They have no weapons on receivers. I feel like their best receiver is Cohen, a running back. Honestly, in my opinion, I've tracked Trey Burton all year. I thought he was gonna be something like really special, but he's just like, turns out he's just decent. He's good, but he's not like great that he can like just throw the ball down the field like an old Jimmy Graham. I don't believe in their receivers. Trubisky is a great quarterback, but I just feel like it's his first playoff run, and like I said about Mahomes, I just feel like first year playoff quarterbacks don't have that much success, which is, I feel like his first playoff road game will be a loss. I feel that's the only reason why. And the Rams have a lot of veterans on defense, have a couple weapons on offense, and I feel like, yes, the Bears did beat them in Chicago, and the Bears. This will be a great game. Yeah. I feel like this will be a close game, but I just feel like the Rams they'll learn from last year's loss to the Falcons at home, and they're gonna learn.
So you got Rams and Saints in the championship game?
But I do think the Saints will beat the Rams in the NFC Championship game. The only reason I got the Saints is because they're really good at home, man. They're just for some reason a different team at home for me. So, but yeah, I agree with all the other picks, like you said, man. It's gonna be Saints Patriots. Like, you picked the Saints, I picked the Patriots. We both agreed on that. So, gotta ask you, man, who you got? Saints Patriots. Do you want to make that kind of prediction? Or?
Nah, we'll wait.
We'll wait on that one.
We'll leave Cause I don't want to predict the Super Bowl that might not even happen.
You're right.
So
You're right.
We'll see, but
if it does come to it, man, we're gonna have to predict the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we are.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, man. Before I let you go, Drew Brees MVP. MVP.
No.
I have facts.
No, like what? Might as well make that a different video then.
You. All right.
For real, cause I'm for real. Honestly, that's gonna be too much to talk about and not enough time and whatever. But thank y'all for watching. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate you coming on like always.
Bro, you know I got you, bro. Yeah, I like your videos, man. I really do watch them all the time, and it's pretty cool. I like them. I like being a part of it.
I appreciate y'all. Yo, I'm gonna leave all this stuff like I always do in the description. Peace out, y'all. Stay lit, all that.
Rise up.
Next year.
Nah.
How much money you got?